for them, because they'll expect to have to win this in three. So maybe they can take some extra risks, some gambles on this map of Nuke. Perhaps they pay off, perhaps it's a quick map of Nuke. We'll find out very soon indeed, as that is the first map of the series and it is about to begin. Championship winning ENCE versus forZe. Pro League spots on the line for the latter. We'll see if they can best ENCE here. That would be wonderful on so many different measures for as an individual team, obviously with the prizes that are at stake if they're able to beat ENCE and head towards that grand final. First comes the first map though. forZe will start on the CT side. dycha will be given a P250 to go fishing outside. Just a boot for him though. 4-on-4 as Snappy makes his way down towards that B bomb site, and he's got plenty of ENCE players in tow. There are still lurkers upstairs though, waiting for these rotations to come through. 3-on-3 as Spirit tries to do what he can. Doesn't realize that one more person's there, doesn't matter. Lands the headshot anyway, that's the bomb as well. Lurker Madden then has to clutch the round for his team. 1v3, he's got a free one on shalfey if he can finish the job. Not able to do so, stuck in those vents. And the pistol goes to forZe.
Great start for forZe, that's good to see. And I think you put it perfectly, where forZe can probably afford to just take a few risks, go for a few aggressive plays here. And the CT side of Nuke, you can definitely make the opponent uncomfortable. There's a few options you have for aggression. And honestly, I think that's the way in hit for forZe. Hope that ENCE get off to a bit of a slow start. You do sometimes see that from teams if they're coming in as favorites. They get their map pick first, and maybe their players aren't as hot out of the gates, and that's what forZe are hoping to punish here. So the pistol round win, a really good sign for them. See if they can hold on here. Pretty solid shots as well. shalfey opening up at yard, and then Result was a player picked up pretty recently for forZe. Didn't really have much competitive experience before being brought into the team, but his aim is really solid. He's one of those guys who came up through FPL quite a lot. So good to see him doing well.
So Result's name on the HUD is Spirit for some reason, so just bear that in mind. Hopefully we'll get that sorted out.
I've got this force buy from ENCE. It's only Tech 9s though.
All about the numbers game. Trying to concentrate the juice on the ramp. Not too rich for I said Spirit again, for Result's blood. 4 versus 2 then. dycha and Snappy trying to give forZe an overdose of sugar. Not looking likely for this one though. To get a bomb plant at the very least. That is the job done, I think, for ENCE. A kill, a bomb plant, get that bonus money, do some damage. Another kill would have been fantastic, but it'll be just the one as forZe move through to a second round.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it was a big investment there from ENCE. They didn't have the bomb plant in the pistol, so going for the force buy is not always something you'll see from teams on their T side. And that means even with the bomb plant, I don't think you can buy into this round. It probably has to be a half buy here, but we'll see. There is a chance they could scrape out Galils and AKs, and they've decided to do just that. Okay, ENCE applying maximum pressure early. The utility sucks, but the weaponry's pretty solid here for them.
shalfey opening the options for himself. Our second semi-final today. If you're joining us late, where have you been? Love the 2-person setup here from shalfey and Krad. Sorte will cover some area as well, give himself some extra space. Some nooks and crannies to hide in. The third round for forZe thus far, but it's still a dangerous one for them, as evidenced by Snappy and Nertz's frag. That leaves 3 forZe players remaining. Things suddenly become very dicey indeed. shalfey's got some sound cues, but will he be ready for Snappy? Looks like he will be. Gets there eventually. Vintage Kinguin stickers on his gun. Down to a 2-on-2. forZe really don't want to drop this round. Jerry being proactive, trying to find the info. If he continues towards main, though, he could be in trouble with the range on that MP9. You can see dycha's holding the angle. Bomb collected by Nertz. 40 seconds remains. Not sure if he saw some of Jerry here or if he's just being very careful. He'll have to be, of course. Think he's found him now, though. Jerry's in trouble with the MP9. Pre-fire from Nerds. Bomb spotted. Which way does it go? Shalfey waiting downstairs.
Bomb has been planted.
Up the vent he goes. Now he knows where both players are, roughly. He's got to find a second player, but can he cross? He's got to take a duel somewhere. Can't win versus dycha. And that's a big clutch from ENCE. And again, they're showing their prowess earlier. 3 versus 5, turned around by the individual skill of the remainder.
It's one of the big strengths I see personally for this ENCE side is they're really good at just always applying pressure. And I think part of that is because they always have really good quick plays they can run. They love calling out of spawn quite a lot. So even when you have weaker weapons, they're normally pretty good at least doing some damage. We saw that in the earlier round where they got the bomb plant, which allowed them to get into this position. And oh, a fast play again. This time, Krad sprays through, gets traded, but they've already got down to B.
Lightning fast from ENCE. This would break forZe very early on their CT side.
Hello.
The confidence, just the one tap with the 5-7 required from that range. That will be encouraging for forZe now. 4 versus 3 as the bomb is planted. They don't have a kit. They've got to get their skates on, but SunPayus has got his knife out. Somehow still survives. 18 HP for him. CT swarming the site. This is going to be very nervous for them, though. There's such a risk of them losing everything. Shalfey holding angles towards double doors, but nothing doing just yet. On the bomb once again. It's got to be a 10-second defuse. They're really trying to cover these angles. There are so many angles to cover. That defuse, though, is not going to happen. And they will lose everything. Invited just close enough to lose all of the toys and all of the money.
It looked like forZe were going to be the ones coming out to a strong start, but ENCE keep the pressure on. Then in this round, it's another quick play, this time instantly out through Squeaky. They get down to B, and even though it's not the entire team down there, they get the bomb plant quickly enough, and SunPayus buys enough time down on the B site. The other players arrive, and those smokes on the site are so helpful for dycha. He knows that that bomb's planted in a pretty good position for him. He can just play for time. So it's ENCE who should be out to an early lead as they vent drop again. Oh, okay.
That's a lot of players, but that's also the bomb. Yeah, there's no pros being sent out. It's not StarCraft. It's just a bomb carrier, the VIP in first. Where's the security? They'll have to clean up afterwards. Shouldn't be too difficult with these USPs. You could see the frustration on the faces towards the end of that last round from forZe as well. Nuke for years has been a case of wearing down that CT economy until you can finally break it and start to build rounds. ENCE have done that super early in this half, which does not bode well for forZe.
Definitely intrigued to see if ENCE stick with this pace. I've said before, I'll say it again. ENCE, out of any team in Counter-Strike right now, are the team most willing to just run the same play and just try and punish you if they think they've got a weakness in your game. It looks like they are going to go a little slower this time. Oh, Krad switches away from his weapon at the wrong time, but at least Shalfey gets one back. Snappy up above, though, easily able to trade. That's a good start for ENCE.
Parkour frags for Snappy. Such an interesting player to watch on ENCE, on both sides. He is the risk management player. Was Jerry spotted going down the vent? There's a chance he might have been. I would imagine they would have fired at him if he was. Do wonder, though, ENCE walking in ever so quietly. And a bomb plant here could be the round, because forZe have no position, they've got no money, they've got no kits. And they've got very little chance of winning this one. Just snappy things.
Pretty sure he was on the ladder.
Oh, Jerry's 0 for 5.
Yeah.
Jerry's he's kind of like my little hero. I want to see more than this from Jerry.
He's
the talisman of the squad.
Yeah, normally a good fragger is an in-game leader as well. Sure, we'll see him pick it up.
On the flip side, though, it's really nice to see ENCE shine after winning a big championship. You don't want them to be a one-and-done squad. Great organisation, lots of time for the people in the back as well.
Yeah, they do an incredible job at finding, sift through and find the diamonds in the rough. Nuts, the newest addition, who has been a real revelation for this ENCE team. Wasn't a perfect group stage for them. They took that loss against Virtus.pro, but they were able to bounce back. Meanwhile, forZe went through from their group without losing a map. They won both of their best of ones against Ecstatic and 9Z. Shalfey averaged an opening kill every 4 rounds on day 1. That's definitely Shalfey's game. And he is the rifler to watch for forZe. Plays really aggressive. Very, very good at getting those openings for this team. That's like that meme with the dog doing the little side eye.
That was really funny. It's like he was switching to his incognito tab and it's like, hold on a second. not right now.
The act.
Yeah, lots of discussion for forZe again. I think they're expecting 3 maps here if they are to find a victory. But that gives them freedom on this first one. Nice to see Jerry still smiling. Every player's had a map where they haven't had a kill for a very long time. So there won't be any strangers to this.
Both teams getting ready. I would like to see forZe go for a few more risks on this CT side. Now that ENCE have started to take over, I think it's a decent idea to go for the occasional lobby aggression, a bit of ramp aggression every now and then, whenever you're feeling it.
That's so unfortunate for Krad.
Yeah, he switched away from his weapon.
Yeah, that's very, I mean, it's very risky. That's the wrong kind of risk, maybe. Easy to say in hindsight, but it's not. Off grenades into the A bomb site. And he starts emerging afterwards. Jerry doing what he can, still looking for that first kill, though. Krad with the CZ on the site, but ENCE will be happy with that. They've got 1:30 on the clock. They're expecting an over-rotation into that A bomb site. Now head towards the ramp. They may find no challenge as they make their way towards B. Zorte is downstairs with the M4, though. They should see one broken window. Numbers game will mean an immediate trade. And it continues well for ENCE. 3 remaining, an AK and an M4. Again, they're lacking defuse kits. I feel like defuse kits have been unobtainium in this game thus far. What do forZe choose to do? Do they hold on to these rifles? Or are they going to press on? It does seem to be the latter, but surely Krad is doomed. Big swing and dycha. So easy for them. They fall into his lap. And all the rifles are lost. shalfey remains. Maybe he can steal a weapon away, but he certainly won't be stealing the round.
Yeah, look for a gun. Should be able to find that AK. And that will be something. There is money in the bank for forZe. dycha, I really do think he might have the best aim on ENCE. Just raw aim-wise, dycha is so good at hitting headshots like that. His deagle is also very dangerous. Actually played a matchmaking game against dycha one time. Got spanked. He was just buying fun weapons and just running around on train without a care in the world.
He's got the sharpest aim because they're playing in Poland, so he's got no jet lag.
True. Home buff. Oh, Jerry's got the auto shotty out. Always a staple. Top hut on Nuke, you like to see it. Or on the A site in general. Meanwhile, ENCE putting those yard smokes down early. And Snappy wrapping round. What a headshot.
Days. Snappy. It's looking very sharp indeed. Peek from credit card, not ready for that one. Surprise attack from Zorte with the AWP. Very easy to reposition. This would be unexpected. The molly's here though. That is a horrible angle for him. And it remains close then. 2 versus 3 for ENCE. Madden's going to wait for that rotation. Jay will give some sound cues away. While there'll be players spotted on the ramp. SunPayus might need some help here. Left up a smoke for himself, and that will concede his position. Unbeknownst to him, one's already passed already. Already. Lots of ticking for that bomb to do. Shalfey and Result have kits. They know he's there. Result's got a great angle. Oh, he doesn't win the duel, Result, and Shalfey is surely doomed in this 1v2. He's off the bomb. Down goes SunPayus. But this is just very simple for Madden. Oh, hold on a second! He didn't believe he would stick it. He had no choice. And they will just about steal that round. I don't know how they came out of that with a W.
Big sigh of relief from Jerry there. Madden, I don't know if there was comms happening on the team or something that made him not hear the defuse. It looked like he was so slow to react, and it felt like Shalfey kind of just had to stick the bomb. Once you peek and you don't see him, you got to start spamming that smoke sooner, but he didn't think the stick would happen. Fair play to Shalfey. Sometimes just sticking that bomb is the best solution. Force your opponent to make the decision. You might force them into a mistake. It looked so good for ENCE, but it slips away at the end. And those might be the sorts of rounds that forZe need to win to have a chance on this map. It didn't look pretty, but they'll take it.
It's really hard for forZe to keep an advantage in this game. Multiple problems being offered by ENCE. Snappy, dycha. We know what the clutch that Nertz has in him as well. We haven't even got that far yet. That'll happen though. It's a coin flip. Is he holding, is he not? 1 AK taken into round 9 for forZe. Score is still close. Good money here for ENCE. No early deaths yet, but Madden's sending it. Jerry's here with the shotgun, and they will get the lion's share of these kills. Auto shotty, very nice from that range. And suddenly dycha is alone. No need to push for forZe. They've got to keep their numbers up for the rounds to come. As for dycha, it may be a quest for damage here. We can see Madden's got 7k plus. Here's the scope of Zortate. There's some information for him.
That's Jerry. Making a lot of money with that auto shotty, has to be said. $900 for every kill. I think the auto shotty's got to be in my loadout for CS2. It's a lot of fun to use. On certain maps, it is very good. On Nuke, on that A site, very good. Obviously, the downside is rotating is very difficult, but see how powerful it can be here in the right position. And this gives forZe a little bit of comfort now. That AWP is finally out for Zorte. He was struggling to get that out in earlier rounds. I wonder whether we see ENCE slow things down slightly.
It's reinforcing the options for the players, depending on what their teammates are doing. Keep the pressure on forZe. And they certainly will. They've got the money to do it, as we mentioned before. 5 of 9 rounds for ENCE. Not too shabby from the T perspective. Plenty more work, though. I'm sure they'll be aiming for 11. And the way most of these rounds have gone, wouldn't be too surprised. But forZe may have something to say about that yet. Zorte looking for T's on the outside. They've been so fast with the map control they've been taking. Great angles from Shalfey. ENCE looking very threatening around these smokes. forZe will reposition, try and keep their advantage if they can.
Ooh, Shalfey just dodges away in time. And the AWP of Zorte will pick up yard. No sniper up against him either. Looks like forZe want to retake this yard control. They've got 3 CTs. They're going to move into position. The Rhombus will come across. Has that been spotted? I think it has. Shalfey trained on the angle. And just that re-aggression works perfectly.
Imagine seeing Shalfey there on a death cam. What do you even make of that? Pop flashing into Garage. Shalfey with the burst, but Result will trade the kill. forZe taking control now. This is a really good round for them. It's going to break the money events if they can win this one, but Snappy might have something to say about that. Knife out, though. Things starting to slow down, but Krad's got those sound cues, and Jerry will finish off the job. Jerry coming to life as well, on the rifle now, not just a shotgun. forZe tie the score and break the money events.
I do feel like forZe are one of those teams where when they start winning a couple of rounds, they can just go on a streak out of nowhere. And this re-aggression on Yard was really nice. I mean, first that nade was cool. It slows dycha's movement down. So when you throw that nade behind the smokes, you might as well spam where you threw the nade. Because if the player has been slowed, you've got a good chance of taking him down. Now, I love that re-aggression. It's a low buy for ENCE though. And they've been pacey already throughout this T side. Now they've got pistols, it's more of the same. Oh, that's the AK. Into Nertz's hands now.
ENCE given a poison challenge. Most of them still standing though. Strong stomachs on ENCE. The problem now, the B bomb site means close quarters, and Zorte getting dropped as well compounds the problems for forZe. This is a very bad situation for them. AWP has been collected by ENCE as the bomb is planted. 4-on-3, Nertz lurking with off angles as shalfey tries to creep over. I don't think he spotted Nertz. Surely he came up on the radar at the very least. Has he realized yet? Doesn't seem so. Oh dear. This is not the kind of round that forZe needed to be losing. Certainly the type of round that can be won by a T side though. Tech9's on Nuke. Nothing else for Jerry to do now but lament how this round has gone. They had ENCE broken. That was their time to start building rounds. And now it's them in a dicey situation.
I'd love to see a stat for which teams have the fastest rounds on T side and the slowest. Because I wouldn't be surprised if VP, who are already waiting in the final, are the slowest. And ENCE might be the fastest, honestly. They love fast plays. They've been running them throughout. So when they got the Tech9s, you better believe they're going to go quick into ramp this time. They get that rifle. They just get so much ground towards B. Warp into SunPayus' hands, always nice as well. forZe at least still have a buy. And back to the yard smokes for ENCE this time. Not going to follow up behind those yard smokes though. Just trying to fake that yard play. And maybe get ready for a fast A play. They've got 3 players on the roof right now. I think you've got to have at least one more down ready if you wanted to push.
Stalemate, things getting quiet. CT's tried to position. Jerry's in a very good spot. Surely he sees the legs first, even if they try to pre-fire. Such an impressive angle. Makes things even worse now as he elevates his position. See how hard it is to stand as a CT on that bomb site. Jerry from side to side, and shalfey's got hut covered as well. Might not see Bandit in the corner though, but as he jiggles, he will see enough of him to deal with him, dispatch him. And that leaves dycha and Snappy. Always plenty of clutch in ENCE. The round's never over until they're all on the floor. Moving outside of the bomb is dycha. In the meantime, Snappy draws attention in A. Are they convinced they're all together? forZe. Sorte will find the package. That's the objective on the floor. Instant trades onto Snappy. 3 survive for forZe on the board again.
Yeah, they had the mollies there into the A site, but it didn't really look like there were many flashes for ENCE, and that makes it pretty easy when Jerry's got that good position up top. You saw they had to cancel that A play pretty quickly, and the plan B was not a bad attempt down to lower, but you were already on the back foot at that point. Still important to try and do a little damage in those rounds, though. See, they forced a little reinvestment from forZe, I should say. And ENCE want the timeout here. Close map right now. Still a pretty solid effort from ENCE on their T side, though.
Time to inspect the keyboards. Who's on 65%, 60%, 100%. Jerry's warmed up now. Defrosted in the microwave. Ready to frag. So it's a reasonable half for forZe, all things considered. More than a handful of rounds.
Still chances to make it a really good half as well, if they can win the last couple.
This will be an important round. They can keep ENCE somewhat broken. Very aggressive smoke from forZe. This is the kind of action you want to see from a Jerry-led team.
Yeah, even if you don't hang around there, it's something ENCE have to think about.
Minute 14, ENCE looking for forZe to place a foot in the wrong spot. forZe doesn't go up the stairs. He will hear dycha though. He knows he's coming, delivers the goods. That's such a problem for ENCE as well because he can just reset in so many positions down there. However, as we can see, they're all focused on the A-bomb side. Jerry not quite finding the connection there. Trying to focus on event. Krad's here for support, finds two. Almost a third on Snappy through the smoke. forZe shotgun mode on the ladder. Only two remain for ENCE. Their money is terrible. I don't think there's anything else for them to do in this round.
Do you want to split up that T economy though by saving with these players, or would you rather just try and see if there's any way in? It's a big question here. It looks like they are happy to back away. They think they've got a chance to get something going in the next round with the saved AWP and AK. Now listen, we've seen them do it with Tech-9s already in this half. So even if there are some weak weapons in the mix, I'm sure they will be competitive. This yard control has been solid for forZe. I mean, you can see shalfey currently top fragging. He's been playing around main, switching between yard and that A side. And that's definitely a big win condition for forZe, having shalfey play so well. forZe's maybe been a little quieter than I would expect, but he's slowly warming into this game on the AWP. Some pretty solid signs here for forZe. It's always fascinating when you have an in-game leader top fragging. Snappy right now, top of the board by a decent distance. I always find that so intriguing because now you get to see what he calls and whether he wants to put himself in those star positions, if he's got a good feel for the CT setup.
He's been such a problem on main.
Yeah, he might have to be in this round as well because it looks like he might just actually keep that AK.
forZe 55% in the last 3 months on Nuke with 11 maps played. 83% for ENCE with 12, which is why on paper, this one is a bonus map for forZe. So far, so good, I think. Versus an opponent, the likes of ENCE. SunPayus taking lots of map control on the outside, and again there'll be a big focus elsewhere after those smokes, but forZe is here, and he has rifle support as well. Quick elbow peek, and Resol will deliver the goods. There goes the AK-47. There will be a swing though, but will they pursue past that smoke? forZe still here, just letting them know, haven't gone anywhere just yet. Ooh.
He got the smoke, that's what he's looking for. And gets the AK.
Still 3 players alive for ENCE, all with Kevlar. This is still dangerous for forZe.
It's so hard to solo live with that AWP. You might need your teammates to make some noise elsewhere to cause a distraction. And this re-aggression from forZe, they have the man advantage, but they still want to play proactively.
They know the outside's compromised as well. Does give them a little more protection, but Heaven's a question mark, so is main. I think SunPayus was maybe spotted there, gets his bell rung through the corner of the wall, and now he's the distraction runner as they try to find something elsewhere. Jerry finally solving the mystery, and there's an 8th round for forZe. This is looking quite good now on this first half for forZe.
They're going to get a solid CT side here by the looks of things. Hence there in that 3v4, they had a couple of fights that looked good for them. I mean, SunPayus there getting into that position in main where he's able to bait out some shots and then just hold the angle. That probably should have been a kill. Madden was holding for the hut aggression. He was unsuccessful. That means their buy into the last round is far from perfect. Do ENCE stick with the pace here? Looks like it.
Straight in, but denied by shalfey. He's got a garden hose out. Everybody's getting sprayed, but the bomb will make it downstairs just about. Snappy with 16 HP. This is the last round. Bomb plant won't be enough here for ENCE. They need to win that round, but Snappy has been dropped, taken out of the sky like a pigeon with a shotgun. dycha and NERTZ remain. dycha's just hanging on here with 24 HP. Through the smoke he goes, but Resalt's got that AUG. That leaves NERTZ alone with an MP7. Don't often say that. On the wrong bomb site. Even for NERTZ, this would be a miracle clutch. Maybe a rifle for him. Maybe, then again, maybe not. forZe lead at half-time by 3 rounds. A great start for them, but how will they finish?
Stop this feeling. It's setting all my doubts on fire. Ooh, like they won't believe it. Won't let a moment pass me by. Too late, can't win. I'm giving in, 'cause I can feel something coming over me, holding me till the morning. And it keeps me dancing when I feel something coming over me. I just keep dancing. Ooh, morning light so blinding. It's on the ceiling and the walls. Where is my name? 'Cause I can't find it. Those early memory lane walls. But I know it's the price that you pay. Ooh, for living it up on Saturday. I can't win, I'm giving in, 'cause I can feel something coming over me, holding me till the morning. And it keeps me dancing when I feel something coming over me. I just keep dancing. Feeling this great is worth the wait. I can feel something coming over me, holding me till the morning. And it keeps me dancing when I feel something coming over me. I just keep dancing. I can feel something coming over me, holding me till the morning. And it keeps me dancing when I feel something coming over me. I just keep dancing.
That same old feeling. Don't know what's right or wrong. Searching for meaning. I've been thinking about it way too long. So whatever you long for, don't give up along the way. Don't give up along the way, you know.
The second half begins with forZe at a surprising 3-round lead versus a heavy favorite on Nuke in ENCE. Second pistol could be huge for forZe if they can take this. They could even start 12-6 before the buy rounds come in.
This could be big for them. And they have got the Glocks out in full force. No P250, so I'm expecting pace. Close range fights into ramp is what they're looking for, but Snappy will back away. And he'll try and call for assistance down on this B site.
4-man on road for forZe, one lurking upstairs. They've taken control of control. Spreading like a virus, trying to clear out this position. SunPayus and NERTZ remain. This is looking great for forZe. NERTZ needs a clutch. He needs the headshots, and he's got the right tool for the job. The USP, he's got the range. Just waiting for them to make their play. forZe going upstairs, as is NERTZ. Bomb not planted just yet.
Bomb has been planted.
Very oppressive positions being held by forZe. There's off angles, and then there's the angle just to NERTZ's right. He'll never see it coming. And there's a whoop. That is a big run. As I mentioned, we could be, like, if there's a force buy now, then we could be really talking about a 12-6 start for forZe once the big guns come in.
Yeah, ENCE will be feeling the pressure now, that's for sure. And I like the pace from forZe, just straight down to B. Make ENCE uncomfortable. And it is indeed that force buy from ENCE that you were suggesting. Mag 7 in the mix from SunPayus. Scout for dycha rather than SunPayus. He will be playing yard and seeing what he can do, but the smokes aren't going to make life easy for him. Meanwhile, forZe with plenty of rifles into this round, not taking anything for granted. And ENCE might try and take a couple of gambles in this one. They've already stacked 2 players down to B.
Who goes first then? They've all got rifles. Shalfey's getting tagged with the Mag 10 elsewhere. Avoiding disaster for now, but it could still be around the corner. The Mag 7's been lost. But NERTZ in that 5-7 could do some big damage. Krad and Shalfey have a combined 32 HP. And Result could get one tapped as well. NERTZ is creeping towards a rifle if the timing works in his favor. Oh, he'll drop Krad. NERTZ versus 3. Now things are getting weird. You don't want to give him a chance to clutch. They're all separated. He's got the 1v1s, NERTZ. Result with the Galil versus NERTZ. Who's going to be faster? He's got a great angle. That's terrifying for Result. He goes wide and NERTZ clutches it. Don't give him that rifle. 4 kills for him and he steals the round away and keeps ENCE in this game.
Whenever ENCE are in trouble, it feels like NERTZ is the man to step up. And he's not even been having a good game. He was only on 6 kills before this round, but he finds the quad kill. And that could be a turning point for ENCE in this one. They desperately needed a way to come back into this. And NERTZ able to isolate all those fights. Even once the bomb gets planted, that only means he knows where that final man is. He can stay locked in on the angle. What a big moment that could be on this map. You can see for forZe what it means for them. Shalfey buys a hero AK, but outside of that, there is absolutely nothing. And ENCE even have that AWP out in the hands of SunPayus.
Not the first time we have seen NERTZ deliver a round that changes the face of a game. That is a huge factor he brings to this ENCE squad. An early victim then, as Madden has been lost to the AK. Can that gun be retrieved though, is another question. A minute 20 for forZe to find more opportunities. Let those pistols swing wide, pull the crosshair away. Allow the AK to clean up. Snappy does not have a good tool for this job. Sees them coming now. Does he stand or does he fall back? He's got help on the way. dycha will clean up on the ramp. So Snappy showed enough presence. Played their game against them. Shalfey still alive though with that AK. Zorte with the Glock trying to find something. He's found position at the very least. Shalfey will surely need to give him the bomb so he can cover. Heading towards B now. 35 seconds on the clock. NERTZ by the double doors. Oh, Zorte. If he could find NERTZ here, he's got to get real close with this Glock. He starts shooting immediately. Down to 3 HP. Might not have realized which way he was facing there. Shalfey's got to find some kills quickly before they collapse on him together, but SunPayus is jiggling on the ramp, and that will be enough. 3 survive for ENCE as they move to 8.
Man, forZe have got to be feeling unfortunate in that round because they got their players with Glocks into really good positions. Krad was flanking down through lower onto Snappy. If he has any weapon other than a Glock, I think he gets that kill. But the Glock, not the weapon for the job. And then the same goes there for Zorte in his position. If he just had a P250, it's a free frag. Not meant to be, though, despite shalfey trying his best with a couple of early kills.
You can see the body language on Jerry. Those are two situations that if they went their way, they would be in such a good spot, but they haven't. Got to let go of that mentally. Can't change history.
Oh, smoke down, but they spray straight away. Nuts can't cross safely. Big advantage for forZe.
Another early 5 versus 4 for them.
Yeah, you've got to close these against ENCE. Not going to get many of them.
More than Glocks on most of their players this time.
What an angle.
Heading towards the ramp then, and Snappy will try to delay. They're going to send it straight through there, though, before they can reposition. Snappy always trying to buy time, or often trying to buy time in this ramp area for support to come. Trying to draw their attention, but forZe will disengage. Smoke going soon. dycha's got a play to make, but so does Man, and the pre-fire on a second player. dycha comes through with a third. shalfey then will be cleaned up by SunPayus. ENCE are closing down on forZe.
I was going to say at the start of the round, I kind of hope they give shalfey the AK rather than the Galil, because he has been unbelievably good on this map. He even got the dink at the end there onto SunPayus. But ENCE had a really good read. It was because SunPayus peeked back into ramp and fully cleared it that they realized it was almost certainly that A play, and so they had a big rotate. They had 3 CTs ready on A, and it means that forZe are down to pistols, and that lead that they once had is slipping away from them.
dycha not giving him any space. Had a pop flash from his teammate. Now it gets a little more awkward. Hard to fall back from here as well. Another flash. Gets there eventually. Convince someone's upstairs, but someone's down as well. Resalt's also down, thanks to SunPayus, who looks for more on the silo. Just pistols here for forZe. Just trying to pepper ENCE as they close the gap completely. This could have been so dramatically different. But here we are. Nert's worth his weight in gold for ENCE, it seems.
Ah, shalfey. I thought he was going to get caught there.
He must have been seen. I'm convinced he saw some of him.
Nuts is feeling kind on this occasion.
Just wanted to see enough to confirm the frag. Yeah, and as soon as Snappy starts engaging, support is here on the right-hand side.
I wouldn't even peek if I'm Snappy. I'd wait for him to peek the AWP instead. Oh, the molly will do. And the AWP delivers. 10-10. All tied up. ENCE doing a solid job at coming back into this one. Especially because in that first half, forZe had 12 opening kills out of the 15 rounds. They were dominating those early fights. shalfey and Resalt are both 5-0 in opening duels. Those two have been beasts for forZe. But now that you're on the T side, it might not be as easy to find those openers. They got a 5v4 previously, they couldn't close. Let's see if forZe can find something in this one.
Oh, they're lining up for dycha. That could have been 2. So close. Resalt wondering if things are going to go their way today. Down goes shalfey as well. ENCE haven't seen a player yet, and it's a 5 versus 3.
If you're the odd player, that's why you want that silenced M4 still. No traces back through that smoke. And forZe need a hero to get back into this round.
Is the glass broken? Krad wonders. Oh dear. This is a very frustrating round for forZe. A very frustrating round indeed. And again, if we go back to the nightmare of NERTZ in the 1 versus 4, the narrow marginal situation with that Glock, and then you have a round like that, you just got to lose the willpower to fight on in this game of Nuke. Heavy underdog coming in. Great chances to really put yourself so far ahead. And now your life resource is just being drained by ENCE like they're Shang Tsung.
And it's just so impactful when you have your yard player playing that well. dycha there with a huge quad kill. And we've seen him deliver on Nuke already in this tournament. In ENCE's opening game against Bravado, he dropped 28 kills. And anyone that's played Nuke knows how important that yard control is on the T side to try and open up rounds, to try and draw rotations. Well, dycha, 456 damage in that previous round. He's put them down to pistols again. Can forZe find a way in? Maybe not in this round.
Let's not forget how early it was that ENCE started winning rounds on their T side. That was round 3. forZe won the pistol. Since then, it's been 5 CT rounds in a row for ENCE. Probably soon to be 6. This is already a dire situation for forZe on Nuke. Making their way down towards Secret. What challenges lie ahead? NERTZ is the main man downstairs at present.
And he sees nothing. Sure he'll be calling that.
They're expecting a heavy rotation towards B. That isn't quite the case though. Madden and dycha are here with utility as well, and a rotation through the vent if more players are required. ENCE held their ground. They didn't play nervous, and forZe essentially went into a stack.
They just had all the info, right? They had NERTZ holding down on B. They had SunPayus holding the left side of that smoke. So as soon as that smoke comes up from forZe to try and quickly pounce on main, you saw how quickly dycha replied with this molly, and it makes it impossible for them to come in. Strong angle from above. Oh, there was even a wallbang in there from dycha.
That's beautiful.
Give him the fist bump. This is the round forZe need, though. They have AKs back in their hands. What is the answer when they've lost so many in a row? Do they have a go-to strategy that they feel can pull them through? Because they need it right now.
forZe have got to get back on this scoreboard. Not just because ENCE are running away with this game, but just mentally, just psychologically. They need to taste success again. It has been alien in this half. dycha really oppressing them from that secret position. He's done his job now. forZe barely holding on. Jerry trying to find opportunities, and SunPayus hunting on the outside. Jerry somehow finds the angle. As awkward as that was. Disengaging. Now he can run distraction while the rest of the team try to do something. dycha pre-firing, giving Jerry a free one. Jerry causing problems now. I think he's looking for this flank actually, but maybe from the ramp position instead. In the meantime, over towards B, they're trying to go, but ENCE are already here. They're reading the minds of forZe. They know what they want to do before they even do it. 2v2, 2 HP forZe still hanging on, trying to plant this bomb. That'll be successful, but he's not the one to go down. It's shalfey who takes the AWP, and forZe who takes the pistol. They can't stop ENCE yet.
Madden arrives to the party just to watch SunPayus get both those kills. Somehow has time to pull out the dualies and hit that headshot. And you're right, ENCE just always have the read, always have the info right now. It feels like forZe are trying to default and pressure across the map. And it's just not working for them, even with these kills back from Jerry. ENCE were one step ahead. And those dualies come out with a clean headshot. forZe won the pistol in this second half. They haven't won a round since. They got broken in that second round.
This is a dark situation for forZe. Feels like they're playing Doom for the first time and accidentally chose Nightmare mode, and they're just getting smashed. ENCE have risen from hell in the second half after losing the pistol. forZe will feel cursed with how some of these rounds have gone, but there is still time to turn things around. Again, this is a Nuke they're supposed to lose, but they have shown that they can win this. Got to find a way to crack ENCE on this side. And again, ENCE have just been building so much money as well. They're not going to have issues for a while in that respect. AWP rotating actively again, showing presence elsewhere, coming to support Snappy early. Seems SunPayus will be the point man on this occasion then. Has that scope been heard by Jerry though? Oh, Krad so close. And yet, so far, no 5v4 for forZe this time. They just don't miss, do they? No mercy from ENCE. 2 players left for forZe. Empty-handed in this T side from round to round. And this one's no different. Jerry in a 1 versus 4. Bomb's been lost, he's been spotted. And there really is no good option for him at all. Spiteful frag onto Nerds, but he still has to walk away.
Nothing for Jerry to do here. And you're just seeing all these fights from forZe. They're always trying to just set up without nades. They're always just trying to set up dry fights, which can work if you can trade or if you can get a good timing window. But I honestly think this T side is a perfect example of how Nuke can become very difficult if your standard play isn't working. Because at least on a map like Mirage, say, you can just go for A smokes at any point. But on Nuke, you don't have that same option to just go for a straight sight hit, unless you want to go for that A play, which is very high risk. And right now, the way that forZe are playing and just trying to spread across the map is simply not working. And even if you try and switch it up with a fast A hit here, I feel like that's something ENCE might be ready for. dycha has just been so excellent on this CT side. I feel like he's barely lost any fights on Yard. He's always controlling that area of the map. Now forZe, 14-10 down. Still without a good buy here. Just the 1 AK in the hands of Jerry.
Great angle. But there are no rewards for forZe in almost any of these rounds. Finally, there'll be something. Immediately gives the AK away. They find their advantage in one of their most disadvantaged rounds.
Yard has actually been left open in this round as well for a brief period of time. There's a chance to get down Secret safely, and maybe that will force the rotations that forZe have been hoping.
Oh man, it's like railguns versus Nerf guns on Nuke. Oh man. What to even say? Jerry will do what he can. He is in a 1 versus 3, and he could potentially collect an AWP. Does SunPayus check the close left, or does he hold position? He need not go further. Jerry needs to die. He needs money for the next round, so at some point he's going to have to go forward and run into this AWP and be even more dejected. Game point for ENCE. This is a hell of a run on the CT side.
9 in a row, if I can count correctly. And SunPayus in a good mood right now. Who can blame him? This has been a fantastic CT showing from ENCE. Championship form, some might say. We already saw them deliver in Dallas. Only the semi-finals here, still their map pick, but a really oppressive CT side. What can forZe do? Looking for the pick, that AWP coming out. Haven't seen it too often on this T side. Sorte not able to find it though.
I think the barrel of the gun was seen there, hence the HE grenade.
There we go.
There's an early advantage. How long will it last though? Oh, Krad. Finally, backs to the wall for forZe. They're 5 rounds behind, but it's still doable. Such a long way though, but it's certainly a good start. Everything happening for them now. SunPayus eating all of that grenade. Out with the Julies again, looking the wrong way. Fortune at last chance saloon for forZe. Plenty of money where that came from though.
Yeah, they've got to win a lot of gun rounds here for forZe. But I'm not surprised it's shalfey that gets them off to the strong start. I'm glad he took some initiative there on ramp. He's normally the player to watch in the early round, trying to open things up. And then Krad can be a very hit or miss player in the way he plays, but when it hits hard. He gets a triple in that one to finally break the streak. Now forZe need a run of their own. I think the difference has been they've been able to get this yard control in recent rounds. Remember earlier, they were taking so many shots through smokes. dycha was playing down in secret initially, just always denying. I wonder if ENCE go back to that.
ENCE is back with a vengeance. dycha's been dropped in the meantime. The forZe aren't going to overplay their hand just yet.
I think ENCE faked the hot molly there, which is why forZe maybe weren't expecting the aggression. The hot molly was thrown on the right side, so ENCE could still push through. Very nice way to open up a round. Still a 4v4.
Heading towards 1 minute on the clock. forZe don't fire a gun with that flash, but they will start emerging into the A-bomb site. Madden's got a great angle, but he will be traded. ENCE creeping through the smoke. It's ENCE again. Sorte 1v3. ENCE the final boss for forZe on Nuke, it seems. 50 seconds, and he'll be denied. ENCE storm the second half to take Nuke by force.
A stunning showing from ENCE in that CT side, and I think forZe will be stunned after this one. It started well for them. Sure, it's ENCE's map pick, but man, that is an incredible performance from them on that CT side. Over